actually not an AD carry main.
Really?
Yeah,
Wait,
I'm
but
actually
this solid carry though.
no. It was. Let me give you a bit of history and background. So I'm actually a fresh one. Well, kind of was a fresh one trick.
Oh, okay.
Uh, Peak D2, and I actually played with you. I'm actually from the EU server,
Uh-huh.
but I also play a lot on NA. But I want to main AD carry on NA and like play support on E. But I've kind of died off of the role on E. I don't know. I don't enjoy the support role as much as I used to.
I feel you. I
So
feel you.
yeah, I just really want to bet on AD carry. But yeah,
Okay. Okay. Well, looks like not bad for someone who played support, right? Uh
it was better. This account I actually transferred it from the US, and it was actually a it was it was pretty good. It was like plat before I transferred it, but then
Wait,
I don't know.
what's your ping if you're playing on both servers?
It's like 110 to 150.
Oh no, not like this.
Dude, I played against you like last season.
Oh really?
Yeah, I was fresh.
Oh shit, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Didn't know.
Dude, I was like D2 on NA.
Nice, nice. Well, I
Yeah.
guess do you know which one of these you wanna? I think you said you didn't know which one of these, but
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like the Jhin game, I did so many mistakes. I could probably learn a lot from Lady
mhm.
Cairo, but then there's the Caitlyn game where I feel like I really want to become a good Caitlyn. So I don't know.
I mean, well, I'm sure we'll have time to do both. So don't worry about having to pick one over the other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Can you see my screen on Discord, by the way?
yeah, I can see him.
Nice, 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 nice. So since I guess coming from support to AD carry, you know what do you think you do well as an AD carry, and what do you think you need to work on, or is it just like, oh, I'm not really sure?
uh,
Because a lot of people aren't really sure.
I don't know. Like, I honestly just focus a lot on just CS and getting my aim, so I can just like carry the game, I
Hmm
guess.
hmm I mean,
And
focusing on CS is always good, right?
yeah,
As long as you're not like eating a million damage to get like one CS or something like that. So,
yeah. I feel like in this laning phase, I hesitated a lot to like
mhm.
poke and whatever because I gave the Zillion pick too much respect, I think.
Well, making sure you don't get hit is
Yeah.
definitely number one priority, right? I think that's fine, right? Um, oh, nice dodge, nice punish. So far, so good. In this kind of, have you seen my other coaching videos, by the way?
Yeah, some of them.
I have to do any of them talk about like lane matchups or anything like that?
Sorry.
Do any of them talk about? Did you watch any of them that discussed like lane matchups?
I think the Diamond Free one was it? The Killer one. I think it was about the lane. No, actually, no. It was talking about more shoving in the wave against the Soraka.
Interesting. Right. So I
Yeah.
guess we can touch upon that. So when I lane in my games, I always try and categorize both my lane and the enemy lane. Something like apply some categories to each lane. Like for example, one side will be like all in, and the other side would be like trade, right? Because they want to trade. And then I have like a max of 4 categories. So if I said there's all in, trade, catch, and poke, right?
Mm-hmm.
All in, trade, catch, poke. What would Caitlyn be? I guess.
Poke.
Mm-hmm. I
And
agree.
probably, yeah, and trading.
Y- so when we say trade, we mean something that's very easy and guaranteed trade, right? So okay, let me put an example, right? Like Jhin. When you play Jhin, you Q4 shot someone, you know you're gonna win, right?
Yeah.
Because that's basically trade, guaranteed, cannot be stopped. So where does Caitlyn's trade come from?
I guess you can just play around the support if they land something, and then you can just trap auto E and then get away, I guess.
Right, but at that point, I feel like that's less trade and more catch, right? Um,
Right.
Trade is something like you can do it by yourself. Like Varus, for example, walks up,
All right.
autos, and E's, right? Something like that, where it's very obvious you want to trade with the enemy. So I personally classify Caitlyn as something like poke catch, right? Because
Yeah.
you can catch people with your traps. And the reason why I'm kind of mentioning this is because you said you wanted to be a better Caitlyn player. One of the big issues with most Caitlyn players is that they don't really know exactly how to play Caitlyn. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll know, oh, Caitlyn's supposed to poke, but then they're trying to like 1v1 the enemy AD carry or something weird like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important to put in perspective that if you try and fight and everyone has full HP and stuff like that, you're gonna lose because you can't land your skill shots. Essentially, it's like impossible to land your skill shots. So that's what we're mentioning. But, I'm sure we'll bring it up again later in the replay. I think maybe. Maybe you do have a good grasp on how to play Caitlyn. So far, so good, right? So far, we're doing pretty good. This is really clean. In terms of no mistakes. Wow, that was really good. That's like the catch aspect, right?
Yeah, then that just didn't go for the ulti. I just go to the bomb.
No worries, no worries. Yeah. Don't worry about that, right? As long as you have the right idea. We don't really care about the mechanics unless you're starting to lose games because of mechanics, right? So along the same lines of thought, what would you classify Zyra to be in terms of matchups in lane?
Just poke and trade in because she can just trade by herself pretty much, like 1v2 the lane.
I would say it's very hard. Wow, this is really sick trap. It's very hard to classify Zyra as trade because it's not guaranteed to land your Q, right? So basically you want it to be guaranteed when you trade, right? So like say for example Lulu shield, literally point and click, something like that, right? Janna shield is point and click. I personally think Zyra is more of poke catch, right? Because snare is pretty easy to catch people with, I guess. Yeah. Pretty obvious catch, I guess. And then what would Zilean and Xayah be? Or Zilean, I guess, for one. You need a flash here, maybe. Oh, don't even need a flash. Nice. Very good. That was 10 out of 10. You're winning this game already.
So Zilean, was it Xayah you said?
Let's do Zilean first. What would Zilean be?
I think he'd just be poke. I mean, you can get traps if he's key, but again, it's not guaranteed unless you hit them. Right.
So I would say poke catch. Right. So catch it. When I consider catch to be is skill shot CC. Right. Skill shot CC. So Zilean's got that stupid bomb, and he can stun people. And then what about Xayah?
Xayah will be. I mean, she can poke, but I mean, she gets outranged by so many carries. But yeah, poke catch as well, I guess, because of her root.
I would say more of all in catch, right? All in trade catch, honestly, because her W is very good for all in, right? And how many times have you died to, let's say, she presses E and flashes on your face or something like that, right? So her all in is very strong, right? Yeah. And like you said, she can in fact poke with QE, but that's less common, right? So yeah, Xayah's pretty much got everything going for her. Interesting champion. Very good champion, right? Her W, the reason why I say she's trade as well is because her W is point and click as well, right? W will out trade you pretty much no matter what you do. Interesting route, nice try. So if we think about it that way, your lane wants to poke catch and their lane wants to catch all in, right? That's more along the lines, and you've been playing it perfectly in terms of not trying to trade or anything that's weird, right? So this is really good, I think. Everything is 10 out of 10. You even drew out the jungle, wasted his time, and killed someone on top of that. So you basically you've won the game from this point on, as long as we make no mistakes. So we'll see what happens. But so you just shove them in. All right, let's come up with a different question. When is it not good to shove them in?
When you don't know where the jungler is, I guess.
Well, you shoved them in and you knew where the jungler was, but when he came, he died, right? So doesn't that mean you can still shove in sometimes when you don't know where the jungler is?
Yeah, of course. I mean,
under what situations, I guess, would you be unable to push without dying? Would be a more clear question.
All right.
Let's say if you had gone outside the bounds of your matchup and started to trade, right?
Yeah.
And you're 50% HP, Zyra's 50% HP, they're both 30% HP. Can you push?
No.
Why is that?
Because if you get caught, you're pretty much like dead, and like maybe if they have a TP play going on as well,
Exactly. So
Dead as well.
make it more obvious. Let's say you had 5% HP and they had 1% HP. Jungler comes out and smites you and you die, right? So HP is very relevant in terms of pushing.
Yeah.
And what about if you had no flash and Zillion flash bombs you?
Dead.
Right. So flash and flash and HP are indicators of general rules of whether or not you can push, right? So since you have both, I think pushing here is fine, but that's just something for you to know, especially when you're playing Caitlyn, right? Because Caitlyn really wants to push, right?
Yeah.
That's basically how she generates most of her advantages, or the best of her advantages. Oh, nice try on that hit right there. Do you know how to hit them, by the way, when they're like under the tower?
Yeah. I kind of just hesitate there. I feel like I hesitated a lot in this game, like during the laning phase.
That's fine. Honestly, it's fine to miss like 1 or 2 hits. Don't worry about that. You can't really get that guy either. That's fine. As long as we're like playing the way we're supposed to be, I'm happy, right? As long as we're playing the way we're supposed to be and it's working, we're A-okay. Sure, you can hit the tower, but we don't really care that much. Yeah, hitting him is fine too. Just make sure you don't get stunned like Zyra. Oh, she's about to die. Whew! All right, you guys got away. Fast forward a bit. It's probably more of the same, right? Let's see what's going on here. Oh, well played. Let's watch this again. W-E. Well played. Well played. That was really good. Sick ulti. And then shove him in. Sure. Wait, hold on. What's going on here?
I didn't shove in shit away.
How come we didn't shove in?
That was my mistake.
Oh no. Let's like reason it out. Like, what's the reasoning for it?
So I thought it's that because look, when I saw Zyra, I thought she was gonna get greedy for the CS. So I thought like she would actually try to stay in lane just to pick up the CS that was pushing to the tower. So I thought maybe I could freeze it. But then as soon as I realized that she was probably gonna back, I just like, alright, I'm just gonna just push it and go back.
Interesting.
Mhm.
You need to shove more. Yeah. Okay. So my reasoning for pushing here is, or actually, what would you think the reasoning for pushing here is?
I mean, they're already both like low HP, so they got her back. If not, then I guess we can just kill them. But like, also like, if we shove this in, they can't even see us on the tower because we just poke them down anyway. So they just have to go back now, basically, pretty much. Right.
There's pretty much nothing they can do if you push. But if we kind of if we don't push, it's like we're not getting as much as we could, I guess. Yeah. You also need to push this other wave in. Yeah, there you go. This is like kind of too much time spent not doing something, but honestly, still okay, right? Still wouldn't fault you for not pushing there. At least you know in hindsight, right? So that's good. This is still more of the same, just trying to not get caught and poking them. Maybe Zyra can catch someone, whatever. But the bottom line is just don't get caught by root or bombs, and we're good to go. Wow, that was a nice hit. Let me watch this. That was a nice hit. I like the use of going sideways before hitting them. That's really smart, right? Never really know what you're gonna do. Oh baby. Oh, okay, nice try. Oh no. Oh, you are alive somehow. Oh baby. That's a trap on top of his body. Auto attack, press Q. Easy. Oh shit. Still okay, no worries. So I think you played that fine. We don't have to really talk about it. You could have played it better, right? But honestly, overall, not bad, right?
Wait, how could I played it better than I want to know?
What was the mistake here?
I got hit by that.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So no matter what, like basically if you get hit, like if he hadn't missed that, you're dead. Right.
Okay.
So that's the idea is worst case scenario or best case you lose flash. And that's really bad, right? Worst case is you die and you lose dragon and everything. So this is even worse. So I think you got lucky here, but right, according to the matchup, that's what we want is that no matter what, can't get caught, and we're just trying to poke them. So it makes sense in terms of the matchup that if we get caught once, we're gonna be donezo, right? Because he can make it so that you can't even flash out of the root. Like he's gonna stun you before the root even ends. So really scary, but overall. Doing really good. Okay, so now this is like stage 1 is complete. Oh my god, Tryndamere is like winning top. Stage 1 is complete. What do you think we should do now?
I mean, normally we should just go like rotate top lane, but top lane's already winning so much.
Yeah, what
like,
the hell's going
there's
on,
no
dude?
need.
Dude, this game is like a stomp. What's going on? This game is legit
Yeah,
over.
It was kind of a stomp, but I felt like I just had like I don't know. I felt like the laning phase I didn't play laning phase well, but
That was, dude, laning phase was really good. As long as you're playing the matchup correctly. Okay, so this is the priority in laning phase, right? The first priority is get as much money as you can. So that's like making sure you get your CS, right? The second priority is don't fall for their win condition, right? Don't do the thing they want to do, which is if they want to all in, don't all in. If they want to trade, don't trade. Stuff like that, right? And we did that, right? So 2 goals are accomplished. Third is pursue our own strategy, right? So if you want to poke, you poke, and if you can draw the jungler bot, you draw the jungler bot. So you did all 3. So we're very happy. In terms of that's pretty much how laning phase. That's like basically the perfect laning phase, essentially, right? Checklist, everything is good. Like if you play like this game's over, right? Like if you play that laning phase like that, you're going into the mid game with a really really strong advantage.
yeah, I feel like in mid game I'm just like, well, I don't take top lane because top lane's already winning. Like I feel like I just don't know what to do after, so I just go. Like,
Right. So this is awkward. Okay, let's talk about this. All right. So, what do you do? What do you think you should do after laning phase? What's your job? What's your job?
As an AD carry, I don't really know much as a carry, but like, I guess you just gotta take top lane, and it's already taken. So I guess the Rift Herald after.
So what? No. What's your job though? Like, what's your role?
To take towers basically at this point.
Okay. Let's say they had a Xerath and a Nivea. Is it possible to take towers?
No.
So generally speaking, overall, like in every game, what is gonna be your role in the mid game? Like, say you're playing Thresh, right? Your job in the mid game is to do what? You wanna create vision and apply pressure to objectives and catch people, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Sounds about right? What about AD carry? What do you do?
Honestly, as an AD carry, I have no idea.
You want to make money. So you can build those items, right? Anything you do is with the goal of making money, and then you want to be near objectives in case your team needs you while you're making money, right? They're like, oh, stop making money because this is better, right? Doing Rift Herald or getting Infernal Dragon or helping a team fight. You know, team fight's money too. So your job is to make money, right? So no matter what you do, you need to go make money. So this is good that you noticed that you can go bot, but in terms of lane assignments, who wants to be in the bot lane here?
The bot lane, I mean top lane.
Why do you say that?
Because if they actually no, I know Zed should be first realized.
Right, so
you can split
anyone but you, right?
Yeah.
But honestly, it's still fine because it's not gonna matter that much at this rank, and as long as we're making money, I don't care. But just for future reference, right? If you have like an assassin like Zed, or if you have a top with TP and Rift Herald is up and there's nothing else on the bot side of the map, you want to send them bot, right?
Yeah.
But honestly, this is just like you can literally do whatever you want. You'll probably win. Let's watch this. These roots are barely missing. Oh, let me watch his Xayah damage on her. Wow. Killing this Zyra. Hot damn. Big old fat all-in / trade. Turns out Xayah's pretty good, huh? Good champion. Okay. Doing some cheeky stuff here. Sure. Nice traps. I agree. So far, so good. You know, I don't really have any qualms about your gameplay. Like, if this is how games normally go, then you should win every game, right? We haven't really seen you make any we haven't seen you throw, and that's what we're really looking for at this rank, right? Not throwing is the most important thing until you get to like challenger, and then like when you get to challenger, you might get stuck in half your games playing too safe, but even then, you know, you're gonna win half your games playing safe. So sure, take some damage, whatever. It doesn't really matter. I don't care what you do as long as you're making money. Sure. Interesting fights going on here, dude. This is just one-way street. You guys are just this is like not even a game. This is like a normals game. What is going on? Dude, it's like 20 minutes in and the game's like over. Alright, you're just hoping bot. Let's see.
Like there was a point where you just literally did nothing. I don't know.
Doing scuttle, sure. This is fine. You want a base? Sure. No problems, no problems. Oh! What happened here? What happened here? Oh, hold up. Let's talk about this. So, what do you want to do here?
I feel like, I mean, jungle's dead. I'm pretty like obviously Shake is gonna be at the dragon right now since Kazu's dead, so that's pretty much free for them. So obviously, I just went there to check.
So I guess the one thing we talk about here is the same idea of what do you want to do in the mid game, right? So what did we say was the goal of the mid game?
Just make money.
Right. So where can you make money here? Is it is going to help to try and stop this 3v5 dragon guaranteed to make you money?
I mean, I guess top lane.
Okay, top lane is viable, right? Where else?
I mean, I guess if I just went more lane, then that would just be pretty much suicide.
Right, you can't go there, right? Because they're all there. You kind of have two other options here, besides top.
Just farm the jungle.
Right? Yeah, farming jungle is good, especially when your jungler's dead. He's not going to be taking camps. And one more option.
I don't know. I feel like over pushing mid will be.
Where's Tryndamere going? Yeah, exactly. You can just push mid immediately, and
Okay.
you're good to go. So yeah, I would recommend you not do this, and the only reason why this is working is because you guys are ahead, right? But this is kind of a bad habit, I would say, right? This is like the only way you lose is if you try and like do 3v5 or something like that. What you want to be practicing is where can I be guaranteed to make money, right? And if helping your team is not guaranteed or it looks really bad, you don't do that, right? So in my eyes, you know, even though we're like super fed, trying to do a 3v5 is like a sure way to lose, right? It's the only way to lose, honestly. So yeah, I think you should avoid doing that, even though the outcome was good, right? They were like, half of them were like in the pit, and half of them I don't even know what they're doing. But if let's say all 5 of them were just together, you guys could have lost because you were just face checking, right? Let's say Zillion's in his bush or something, and then everyone gets stunned, right? If he was already in this bush, or Veigar or any of those people, it could have been really bad. So I would highly recommend, not doing what's it called? Fighting when you have less people, right? Pretty much ever. So, dude, these traps though, holy damn. WE combo, interesting. I don't really see anyone ever do WE, but okay. That is fine. Sure. Fast forward. You guys want to do Baron? Sure. Honestly, you could have hit the tower there, but I still think not necessary at this rank. It's just at that point you're just trying to like min-max the most out of your champion, and I don't think we need to do that yet. We're doing really good. This is all you need to do. Legit, all you need to do is what you're doing this game. You just trap his ass. Easy. Okay, free. Sure, get hit by stun, that's fine. You already killed that guy. There's not much to be said from this game since it was just one-way stomp, honestly. I'm not sure what else to tell you because everything basically went well, right? There's not much to say. It was just like don't fight. There was like a time where we wanted to fight 3v5, don't fight 3v5. And maybe now you know that your role is to make money in the mid game. Okay, hold on. What's going on here?
Yeah, I told you there was a bit of, you know.
Yeah, this is just you already know what's happening here, right? How many people do you have?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, man.
Oh, how many people do you have here? Right.
3.
And how many do they have?
Just all 5.
Same situation as the dragon, right? You want to
Yeah.
run here. You just want to leave. Beyond that, it's like there aren't any major what's it called? There aren't any major issues with your gameplay from watching this replay. Like I don't know what else to tell you.
Alright.
Don't like check your map for sure. If this 3v5 thing happened twice in a game where we're stomping super hard, maybe that might be something we need to look at. But overall, it was pretty good, right? I think overall it was like pretty clean, right? Let's take a look at this one.
Dude, this
Maybe
one was
maybe it'll be better
This
in
one
terms of what we
actually
should look
so
at.
funny.
Oh no. Let's see.
Makes me so sad.
All right, so for laning, what is Jhin and Lulu? I guess.
Poke. Poke catch, I guess, as well.
And what about Jin's first shot, Q, all that jazz? Do you think that's
all in.
trade?
Oh yeah, trade.
Right. All in is something like Xayah Alistar, right? Where guaranteed point and click CC and impossible to dodge W from Xayah, right? We'll say that's something like all in. Something like Jhin can't really all in, right? You can only big fat trades and then you're out of ammo. So yeah, you guys just want to trade, right? Pretty much trade catch. And then what about Kog'Maw, Morgana?
I guess that's just like poke.
Well, how do they poke?
I mean, they can catch, and then the more W with like Kog'Maw from long range, I guess.
Right. So we say that's catch, right? Poke is like what specific ability do they poke with? Like if you're playing against Xerath, it's gonna be his Q and W, right?
Yeah.
And then you wouldn't say his E is poke because it's more along the lines of catch, right? I think it's important to make a distinction between the two. So we can have a clearer sense of how to play out the laning phase. What's going on here? You guys are gonna win this 100%. I don't know what they're doing, but they're killing themselves.
I misplayed this. If you go back, I wasted my W. I just misplayed it.
That's fine. You just hit them. You just hit the closest guy. That's fine, right? No worries. This is fine. Still fine, right? Everything is A-okay. Sure, push this in. Maybe you want to base. Maybe you don't. Okay, that's fine. I think you can consider basing here, but you don't have to, right? Why would I say you might want to base here?
No hill, no woods. I mean, even though we kill a jungler.
Yeah, you don't care about no wards because their jungler is respawning. I mean, we can talk about wave management. So let's say you push this in, you base now. What's gonna happen in the next 1 minute?
I mean, I think the wave's gonna crash in the mid lane. Maybe?
Why would you say that?
Wait, let me check. Actually, no, never mind. It's still gonna be is it still gonna be pushing into our favor?
Wait, okay, so let's say you delete all the characters from the map right now, and only the minions are left and towers. Is the wave going to be pushing towards you, pushing towards them, or meet in the middle? You don't know.
It's still gonna be pushing towards them, right?
How do you know that? Or why would you say that, I guess?
No, actually, no, man. That's gonna push into the middle. Because, no, never mind. I'm confused now.
Gotta know the reasoning, right? You have to
Yeah.
know for sure. That's how you can kind of figure out what you want to do in the next minute or two. So let's say the minion wave, a new minion wave met where Lulu is at right now, right? So right here, and the 6 minions on your side, 6 minions on their side. Where is it pushing towards?
Wait, where you clicking?
Can you see my cursor?
No.
Okay, hold up. Let's use this, and go here, and zoom in. Sure. Let's say, let me move this stuff. Okay. Let's say this S is your minion wave, right? 6 minions. This is theirs. 6 minions. Where's it pushing?
It's pushing towards the tower.
It's pushing towards where?
The tower.
So you say this way?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is something we can touch upon. So in terms of wave management, if they're in the middle, right? If they're in the middle, this is like random. You don't really know where they're pushing towards, right? Let's say if it's on their side, it's gonna push towards this way, right? And the reason being is because the blue side will get reinforcements faster than the red side, right?
Oh.
So it's gonna push towards your lane. How do I delete this? Let me delete this. Delete this. Okay, so now if we move these guys away and we say it's back here, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay? And then let's say it's all the way back here. It's the same thing, right? So that's how we know it's gonna push towards you. Is that the minions are meeting at their end of the wave, at their end of the lane, if that makes any sense. So let's say if it's meeting here, it's gonna push towards where?
Outside.
Wait. You're red and they're blue.
Yeah, their side.
Right. Their side. It's gonna push towards them, right? So now if you look at the real life example right here, where's it gonna push?
Into our side, basically.
Right. It's gonna push into you guys. And why is that beneficial for basing?
Why is that beneficial? You said.
Right. So let's say let me give you an example. So let's say the minions are meeting here, right? And you base. What happens?
We can catch the wave with comms as well, and then we can probably like freeze it.
Wait, okay, so let's say it meets here, right?
Yeah.
And then it pushes this way as you're basing. How many minions are you losing?
Not much, I guess.
Wait. If it's pushing this way, doesn't that mean all their minions are dying?
Yeah.
So the amount of minions you lose is like 6 to 12, right? How many do they lose?
Then they just lose the whole wave.
They don't lose anything because it's pushing towards them. Right. So this is a very important concept to know, is that if it's pushing because they're meeting at some point in the wave, the side that is getting pushed towards is not going to lose any minions. You're going to lose 1, 2, or 3 minions, but red side is going to lose 6 at least. You're going to lose the whole wave. By the time you come back to lane, it's all gone. And then the wave will be like over here or something like that. The wave will end up being here, and then you're in danger of being ganked, and you also lost a million minions, right? So the reason why we kind of bring up that maybe we want to base here is because it's gonna push towards you. If both parties back, it's gonna push towards you. So they lose 12 minions, right, or 6 minions, right? And if they don't base, they have to push, right? That's the alternative. Is if they don't base, they have to push or they have to stay.
Yeah.
And if they stay, you come back with your serrated dirk and they're done, right? And if they push, this is the double whammy, is that this wave is a cannon wave. So how fast can you push a cannon wave at this point in the game?
I mean, it's not too fast.
Yeah, you can't. Essentially, you can't, right? It's too hard. That's why basing here could be considered really good, right? Because we can get a free buy. There's no way for them to stop us, and they can't punish us, right? Let's say it's not a cannon wave, and they push everything into your tower, right? That would be a punish, for example.
Yeah.
That's why people don't randomly base in lane. But in this case, you guys have pushed this in so fast that this wave isn't even coming back in for a while. So even if it wasn't a cannon wave, you can base. That's just something we want to know for sure, right? Is wave management. This is the real important concept you really need to take away here is if they meet on your side, right? This is the middle. If they meet on your side, it's going to push towards them, right? And you're going to lose minions. If they meet on their side, it's going to push towards you, and they're going to lose minions, right?
Yeah.
That's the important concept that you need to know, because you can use this at any rank, right? And you can get punished the higher ranks you go. Oh, that's really awkward. Really awkward. We can talk about this too. Reason why this guy shouldn't have kept going is because he already got caught, right? So he's gonna lose this no matter what he does. Interesting. It's fine though. You know, we're not the ones getting caught. But yeah, we haven't been able to buy even though we got a kill, right? That's one of the reasons. Like, say for example, you shove this in. Is this a good time to base?
Yeah,
I agree, right? It's gonna come to you, 100%. It's either gonna come to you or it's gonna be in the middle, and either way is fine. It's either even or better, or even or good, right? So those are the times to base, right? When you immediately shove in, and a cannon wave is coming, is a good indicator that you have a free base, right? And they don't know what to do, right? So they're either gonna lose minions or they're gonna overextend and they're gonna get ganked, or you're gonna come back and just hit them and they're gonna die. So that's always something you can take a look at. Okay, let's watch this. What's going on? Interesting. Who's their jungler? Kaisa? I guess Kaisa doesn't really do anything in a gank. Your Lulu dies. Not your fault. Nothing you can do about that, right? Let's take a look, right? Really nothing you can do about that. He just kills himself. So, yep, don't worry about that. You clear these minions, sure, and then you can base here too. Okay, sure. Safe base is fine. They push in. You come back. And you can either
first mistake.
First mistake? What do you mean?
Like what you see.
You wouldn't consider that a mistake, more as you can get something more out of it. Like, let's say for example, you guys ace the enemy team, and there is Earth Dragon or Baron up, and you guys choose Earth Dragon. It's not necessarily a mistake to say, oh, we got Earth Dragon, because you got something out of it, but you could have gotten something better, which is Baron, right? That's kind of the thing I bring up here, is that you didn't necessarily make a mistake in terms of good outcome, bad outcome. It was more of a good outcome, but you could have gotten better. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You and Lulu just like committing Sudoku is just not your fault. Like, I don't know. She just ran up and killed herself, right? So you don't worry about that. That's not your fault at all. So far, I think laning phase is pretty good. I actually am curious as to how come we don't have more CS, but honestly, that's also not something you need to worry about too much. Okay, nice trade. See, example of using your matchup correctly, right? You want to trade, and they want to catch. So they didn't catch anyone. They try to trade. They're gonna lose. Easy, easy, easy. You trade so hard that Nocturne can gank. You can just ulti these guys probably. Oh, okay, I guess he doesn't want to gank. That's fine. I mean, maybe Kaisa counter gank or something like that. I don't know. Either way, should be fine. If you're just shoving in, everything's happy. You went to ward. Okay, good. So far, pretty good. What do you think? Do you have any questions?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's their catch. Oh,
Yeah.
you just flash out of this. You didn't heal. Okay, you're fine.
And I just, yeah, fucked up.
I mean, not much you can do because you got hit by the bind. As long as you're getting out, you're happy, right? This is fine. Obviously don't get hit by bind, but it's like what could we have done to prevent this?
I don't know. I think I just got really cocky there.
Yeah, it just like stood still,
Yeah.
I think. So that's just like a whatever. You haven't been hit by bind this whole time. I wouldn't worry about that too much. This guy's trying to do it again. You just kill his ass, maybe. Oh, we can hit him, maybe. I guess we just couldn't see.
Yeah, normally I would just hold there if I had vision in the bush.
That's fine. Honestly, playing safe is not bad, right? I think maybe we could have hit him, but also still think that we don't need to. We don't need to do that yet, right? As long as we play clean, that's really what we're looking for. Is consistently clean, right? Okay. It's just 2v2 down here because we saw enemy Kaisa. Ooh, that hurts. What's going on here? Okay, yeah, what happened here?
I just like, I overstepped here, way too far.
Right. So how do we know that? This is an example of like, when do you want to trade?
I mean, if we have
What?
like minion, we didn't have minion advantage there, which was like a really bad thing.
let's rephrase. When can you trade? Let's say if you're playing with Jenna and she shields the tower, can you trade?
No.
Right. So in this case, what
Blame
two
the
things
Red
do you
Shield.
want? Yeah, Lulu use your shield, and what else?
And then there's just like their wave there. They still have the free casters there. And if I
Let-
want
let-
to see
Let's say, how does Jhin trade?
just like from his queue.
Okay, right. You have your
Full
Q
shot.
up. Right,
Yeah.
4 shot, right? So, what components, I guess, are we missing here? Out of those three, you said Lulu shield, we want a Q, and we want 4 shot. What are we missing?
Shield.
And they're 4 shot, right?
And yeah.
Right. So that's how we know we don't want to hit them, right? Otherwise, you're gonna get punished, which is what happens here, right?
Right, yeah.
As long as you stay within the matchup, right?
Mhm.
Everything is good to go. And even if we get punished, as long as they're not like doing this too many times, or I haven't seen you do something like that too often. But it's important to note that even if it happens just once, right, it can make it so it's hard to play, right? Like
Yeah.
right now. So keep that in mind. Is that you want to trade and you have to trade with these abilities, or you want to all in with these abilities, etc., right?
Mhm.
They want to catch. What if they have no bind? Then they can't win, right? Because they can't catch anymore. Oh, goodbye. We don't have anything, so Lulu's just gonna die. Not your fault. Again, not your fault. Except obviously we shouldn't have played outside the matchup, but no worries. Honestly, I still think it's fine. Lulu just randomly dying is not your fault. Nocturne didn't have ult, otherwise that could have been really good. Let's see. Okay, what's going on here? Oh, baby. The ulti. We're gonna get some mad damage on Kog'Maw. Oh, awkward. Okay, nice try.
Oh, right, this. Okay.
Oh, you're gonna die to the Kog'Maw, so you just kill Morgana. Oh,
Yeah,
you got her. You got her with the minions, I think. Oh, minions, come on, dude. You see this? All they do is one more volley. What? They turn around at the last second? Alright, so I guess what happened here is that you just like
I missed my full shot. Well,
Right.
my
how do you increase the chances of you landing this shot?
Actually, I'm really bad with generals, honestly.
Let's say this is like skill shots in general, right? So ways to increase your hit percentage are stuff like, what if Lulu slows him first?
Yeah, I
What's
was
the
thinking about
chance?
that, though.
Right, or polymorph, right? Or let's say he's in the middle of an auto attack animation, right?
Yeah.
Or let's say he's dodging himself to death because you have 5 seconds left on your ulti and he's gonna die if he gets hit, right? So you can just wait until he like gives up and then you just kill his ass, right? Basically, holding on to your first shot or holding on to any skill shot will increase your chances of landing it, right?
Yeah.
Until you see a very obvious way to land it, right? That's really the only thing we can really talk about there, is that you could have held on to your ulti a little bit longer. Well, overall, I think it was a nice look to go for the ulti. Lulu suiciding again is not your fault. Don't worry about that. Right? You never really worry about that because that's not your fault. Same thing here, right? How do we increase the chances of us landing this?
So it's just waited.
Right, we can just walk up and hit her, and then what's she gonna do?
Yeah.
She's gonna walk in a straight line to run away from you. Bam! That's when you get her, right? Or if you really think you can hit her because she's running in a straight line, go for it. But it's always better to hold on to it.
Back there.
Yeah, I don't know what she was smoking, right? She was either going to die walking into you, or she was gonna run away and you hit her then, right?
Yeah.
So waiting on skill shots is always a good way to up the percentage on them landing, right?
Mhm.
But you are playing with 150 ping, so I don't know how you're supposed to land anything. Yeah, it's pretty crazy how you're playing with 150 ping. What do you get on EU?
40.
Wait, what? 40 or 3?
40.
Oh, 14?
40.
40. 40.
Yeah,
Okay.
40.
Yeah, I have troubles hearing or something. But yeah, that's a lot better than 150. Holy smokes. What's going on here? Okay, we can talk about this. Okay, so in terms of, I think what we're doing here is less about playing the matchup right, and I think we're playing, like you said, we're not looking for our opportunity to punish, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Like something, I think you said something along the lines of playing passive or something, or
Mm-hmm.
playing safe. So in terms of like, remember our lane goals. 1, get your money. 2, make sure you don't fall for their win condition, which is catch, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do we say? They're catch and all in or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And then 3, advance our own goals. So how do we use our advantage in trading here?
Just I guess like if the most keys on cooldown, I guess he can just like walk up and
Right, you can
like
walk up and try and hit him when he's trying to
yeah.
last hit, right? Something like that. But if you use your first shot minions, then it's like we can't trade for a while, right?
Yeah.
Is the idea. That's always something you can look out for as well, right? Is utilize your lane matchup. Oh, and then your whole team's coming and then you're going to kill them all. You can flash. Okay, I think that's fine. Nice roots. Very nice. No ulti here. And then we wait again, right? Wait until first shot. Try and utilize our win condition, and then we're good to go. We're actually dying to Kog'Maw here or something. So, sure, back off. Clear this out. Sure. Trying to help. Push instead. Everything is good. Very nice, right? So overall, I think you're very safe. I think that's good. I think that's a good thing. And I think even though we can like try and punish harder, we should still be winning all these games. Oh, okay. What's going on here?
I just entered.
Like basically, if you play, okay, so this is from the laning phase, right? This is essentially all you need out of laning phase to win every game in gold, platinum, diamond, whatever, challenger, doesn't matter. This is all you need, right? So that's why I'm not kind of saying, oh, you should do this or oh, you should do this, because you're already doing enough, right? So I'm not sure how you lose games unless it's outside the laning phase. You know what I'm saying? Also, this is really awkward. So what's the idea behind this? What should we work on to make sure this doesn't happen?
I honestly just like chimped out because at this point I just autopilot because I'm always like wary of like Morgana or someone like being in the bush when it's like not warden, especially when Lulu's not in lane as well. I really shouldn't have done that.
Right. That's just the map awareness thing, right? If you don't know where they are, you assume they're in the worst spot for you, right? You assume they could even be in this tri-bush or whatever. But yeah, that's just unfortunate. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about that if that doesn't happen often. If it does happen often, that's just a map awareness thing, right? You look at the map, you say, where are they? And then if you don't know where they are, then they're coming for you. So okay, and then probably can't ulti because Kog'Maw just eat everything. Sure. Ooh, another bind here. Honestly, it's like really hard for you to dodge shit because you are playing on 150 ping.
I feel like the ping is not an issue for me though. That's the thing.
Okay.
I just got caught in mid animation.
Right.
I think. Yeah.
Right. It looked like you didn't know it was coming or something like that, right? So I guess this is the what was this? The second part of our lane goals. Well, I guess this is out of lane, but don't get hit by their win condition, right?
Yeah.
If they're trading, you don't want to trade. If they all in, you don't want to all in, etc., etc. If you die 2v2, stop fighting 2v2. I always hate that because it's like that's not necessarily how it works, you know? Right? Like, what if they're playing catch? We're not the ones starting shit, right? They're the ones throwing shit at us. So it's not necessarily we're actively looking to fight. Okay, what should we do here? No, we can talk about this. Boom. What should we do here?
Any carry. I get. I don't know. What did I do here anyway? I think I went. Yeah, I went mid.
So where can you make money? I guess.
I guess I can make money. I guess the safest place to make money is mid. I guess, but
Well, if you go mid, aren't you sharing a lane with Rise?
Yeah, I'm sharing. But if I go bot lane, I can get like solo XP at this point because Liu's back in, and I can get like CS, but I can also get cooldown if they rotate bot lane. But I guess bot is pretty much the best place to be on right now.
Right. So let's say you push bot and you say you're afraid of them rotating. How fast can they rotate? Versus how fast can you push and leave?
I guess I can just push and leave before they can even rotate.
Right. You can even push and base, right? You can even they're not that fast at this point in the game, right? So that's kind of how we know that it's impossible to punish. Not only that, but let's say they rotate through your jungle. They're gonna face check everything through Camille and Lulu and stuff like that. So it's not really, if you were them, you would not look to rotate into the bot lane, right? So that's why we're losing money here, right? If you want to get 200 CS at 20 minutes, this is how you do it. You go where the money is, right? And then what's going on here? Nocturne is like dying. I think it's a map awareness thing, because you need to help this for sure. Sick champion Kaisa. You can ulti this. That's fine. If you don't, sure, saving it is always good. Okay. Saving it is always good. I would have saved it there, I think, right? Wait, what happened to your W though? Oh.
Chim.
See, I'm hesitant to say, like, work on your mechanics because, it is 150 ping. But if you say there's no problem, then I would say hold on to your abilities, because sometimes, not always, but sometimes you just like use W or ulti, and it's just like it's a whiff when you can make it almost guaranteed, right?
Yeah.
Like, let's say, for example, let's take this W, and let's say, how do we make this W guaranteed?
Just chain it with the Camille, I guess.
Well, let's say you're too far away. So at what point do you know that Morgana cannot dodge?
When she's stunned, she can't dodge.
Well, she can't be stunned anymore because the stun's over, right?
Yeah.
We couldn't chain it because we were too far away. So
yeah, exactly.
So how about after that? At what point can she not dodge? Let's put this in perspective. What is Morgana gonna do? If you're Morgana, what are you gonna do?
Just run away.
Yeah, you're gonna run, right? Yeah. So where are you gonna run?
She's gonna run towards into the jungle.
Exactly, right? So she's gonna... Oh, how do I move this? Excuse me? Okay. So let's say this is M for Morgana, right? She's here, and this is the path she's gonna take, right? Without a doubt in your mind, this is what she's gonna do, right? Yeah. So, where do you aim your W?
Where do I aim my W? So it just depends on my position, because if I'm in range, no, where exactly would she be though?
She's gonna go along this path, right? Along this path, right? So the instant she's doing this, she's not gonna dodge or anything like that. When she's doing this, bam, this is a good spot. Any of these are good spots since it's only in one direction, right? Any of these along the wall, no way to dodge, right? She dodges backward, that's the Camille, right? Yeah, can't go forward, you get hit by the W. What if you go this way, you die, right? You go this way, you still die to Camille. So that's how you checkmate her, is that there's no way for her to live if you fire it like that. Essentially, you want to wait though, because if you don't hold on to your W, then she can just do this and then she walks away, right?
Yeah.
So I think saving it is important to bring up, because after I see this ulti is the same thing, right? We weren't sure that this ulti was going to be good. I didn't know this ulti was going to be good, right? You want to save, basically you want to save it until you know, without a doubt in your mind, that it's going to work, right? Like, let's say, for example, what if Yasuo windwalled right there?
Oh, yeah, true.
And it's like, oh, wait, we can't contribute. Right.
I remember, like, in my mind there, I just did it just to see if I get the slow off so they can catch up to Cogmo.
I think that he's going to, like, how do you say this? I like the idea, but they don't need you to slow him, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Essentially, when you're looking for to slow, basically Jhin ulti is 9 times out of 10 you're finishing people, right? 1 time out of 10 you're gonna catch someone. So that 1 time out of 10 is like if they're in the mid lane and they have no escape, no jump, or no flash, and your whole team is here, and their enemy jungler shows top, and then you're like, oh, we ulti this, right? So most of the time you should be looking to use it to finish people off. That's where you can get the most value, right? But honestly, I think overall you should just hold on to your abilities. Perfect, right here. Like this is a perfect example, right? Of this is the same thing with Morgana, except it's Cho'Gath, right? You can only run in one direction, literally one direction. So it's like you know how to do it, at least instinctively, right? Now just make sure you build consistency with it, right? You never use it unless you can do that. Because I think there are a lot of times where you like fire W in lane, but she just like she can dodge in any direction. You know what I mean? It's like we're using it when there's no not sure if you can hit it or not, right? It's like kind of wasting it. If that makes any sense.
Pretty much going for 50-50.
Right, exactly. Probably less than 50%. This is free, right? Because she got rooted, so that was really good. Essentially, it's always better to not use it than it is to use it and miss, right? So that's why something like this, right? What's the idea behind this one, right? You already know, right? When we watch, it's like really funny, but you have to be really conscious about it in game. It's just never use it, right? I promise you, it's better to not use it than it is to use it. Oh my god, that flash was disgusting, right? Like even there, I would not have used it, right? I would have waited to see if she could get away and then use it. Because if you do, then that's just like no value. Like it's essentially you are playing without an ulti sometimes, and it's like, oh, that's kind of awkward, right? Same thing here, right? It's always you always just want to save it. But I think overall we're doing the right moves. Right, we're just like with our team, sure. Follow up, sure. Siege, sure. 2 people are dead. Maybe we can go for more. I think it's doable. The only issue I see with your gameplay in terms of after laning phase is where can you make money, right? You have no money, or you don't have no money because you have a lot of kills and assists. But there's a lot of times where we should be clearing waves, pushing waves out, instead of trying to like go mid and defend or something like that, right? You go mid and defend if they're gonna take 2 towers, right? But your team should be able to defend 4v5, for example. And how do you know you can leave the lane? You know, do you go bot just to push all the way to the tier 2, or when do you leave? How do you know you've gotten your money?
I don't know if I got my money.
So remember the wave example I showed you? Like if they meet here, it's gonna push towards you. If it meets there, it's gonna push towards you or push towards them. You push until it's gonna push towards you. Right, so you want to push past the halfway point, and then the wave will come back to you with minimum amount of minions lost. So that's how you generate the most amount of money, right? Is you want to push it past the river, right? That's the idea. Always push past the river before you base. Or let's say they're pushing. So what do you want to do?
If they're pushing, I guess we just have to pick her up
like this, right?
Yeah.
You want to clear it, right?
Yeah.
Easy, simple answer is just clear it before you base, right? Same thing. It's always the same thing. And let's say the only times you can't, for example, push out your side lane is, let's say they have a Rengar who's like 10-0. That would be an example, right? In which case, we would say it's acceptable to not go for money and instead group up with your team so you don't get, one shot or something like that. Or let's say you have a Lulu, you say, Lulu, hide behind me. We're going to bait this guy, something like that. Yeah, most of the time, 9 out of 10 games, you're going to want to always push your side lanes, right? That's how you can carry with money, right? We're decently strong here though because we have kills and assists. So, okay, fight's breaking out. This is interesting. Oh my god, Camille's dead. Okay, that's fine. You got the Cho'Gath flash and ulti. You guys should win this. First shot kind of got cucked, but no worries. And how do you know that this ulti was gonna be good?
So it was room present. So I was just like, maybe we can just kill them and probably get someone else as well since they're kind of low.
I would still want you to save this, right? Let's say, for example, Cho'Gath blocked these shots and then Ryze can't walk up because like Kog'Maw is stopping him or something like that. You only want to do it. even though this actually turned out to be really good, I want you to save it until there's no doubt in your mind. Okay, like even here, I would not use it. Right, I would always save it. Legit, like save it until you think that you can bet money that it's gonna be good. Like let me see. Do I have any Jhin games recently? Oh no. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Do I have ulti? When do I use ulti? Okay, let's look at this example. How do we know this ulti was gonna be good?
Caitlyn was so good.
Yeah, she's like one hit, right?
Yeah.
And if Lux tries to block, she's going to die to Karma Key or something like that, right? That's probably not the best example, because I actually missed that shot. But let's see. Here's a better example, right? Is 100%. Obviously, you would do the same in this case, but we're just throwing out examples here, right? Is that they just have 0 HP, so you know without a doubt in your mind it's gonna be good, right? And we wait until we can see them before we start firing shots, right? It's always better to hold on to your shot than it is to use it and waste it. Let me see if there's another example. Let's see what's going on here. Random fight breaking out, sure. Looking to chain W with gold card, and she has no HP. Oh, I missed. I actually got tricked there. Yeah. Anytime when there's no doubt in your mind, it's going to be a good ulti. That's when you want to ulti, right? Because every time you whiff is like playing... That's the same as missing Ashe Arrow, right? Essentially. Or missing Malphite ult, right? Let me see if there's another example real quick before we go back. Any of these? Any of these? This one's probably pretty troll. That was pretty troll. That was really bad, right? How do we know? We're not sure it was going to do anything, right? That's how we know. So we'd say that the idea was to catch Lux, but 9 times out of 10, you don't want to do that for XYZ reason. Turns out that their whole team is just around the pit, so it doesn't really make sense for everyone to chase Lux, right? So, right, you want to hold on to it. Even I make mistakes with it, right? You want to hold on to it without a doubt in your mind it's going to be good. Because every time you like, oh wait, what happened here? Every time we kind of waste it is like, unfortunate. Wait. Okay, hold on. What happened here?
Go greedy for no attack.
Interesting. Okay. Another thing we can talk about. Okay, this is like all. So laning phase is good. Okay, don't worry about laning phase. I think your laning phase is really good in terms of outcome. Right. This is all post laning phase stuff that I think you should work on. One, you gotta go to your side lanes. Like you gotta. I don't care like what happens. You need to have your own lane to yourself. You need to eat money. Otherwise, if you don't, and the enemy 80 carry does, you guys lost, right? Because he has like 50 farm on you all of a sudden, and it's like, oh. Right. It's really hard to do anything unless your team comps like OP, right? That's the how you can generate consistency in terms of how to be useful in the game. The second thing is on Caitlyn, I think your traps are really good, or everything on Caitlyn's good for mechanics. For Jhin, hold on to your shots, man. It's making me nervous, dude. Like you have to wait until you can hit them, okay? Like I'd rather you not use it and they get away than you use it and just whiff. Because one is a bad habit and the other is teaching patience, right? One is a bad habit, which is using it and it's just like random, right? That's how most people play, right? Let's take, for example, I don't know if there's any examples, but in lane, Morgana whiffed a bunch of binds, right? That's exactly what's happening when we miss W, right? Is every time she misses bind, you can hit her with a trade, right? There's punish if you miss, right? So don't miss. Overall, in terms of doing your sideways and stuff, I think the idea is kind of I think there are kind of like parts here and there where I'm not really sure what you're trying to do, right? Like what's the goal behind this? What are we trying to do in this situation?
I felt like I could have killed Morgana, honestly.
How do you kill Morgana?
Shit. Just looking back on this, it's actually pretty bad, but maybe if I could just like order Q order maybe and
Right.
flash.
It's just like it doesn't make sense, right? It's
Yeah.
not guaranteed, and it's not clear what we're trying to do. And then
Yeah.
what else can we do? Maybe hit the tower, but we have no minions, right? So it's like what should we do instead? I guess is the question.
I mean, I guess hitting towers makes more sense since it's already here, but I mean,
We can't hit the tower, right? What happens if they just throw shit at us, like Morgana bites
Yeah.
and stuff, right? Which is actually what happens.
we just go back then.
Which is why we bring it up, right? We go back, right?
Yeah.
Because let's say you want to wait for the next wave, then it's 4v4 because Kaisa's here, right? And then it's how do you hit the tower? Same thing. Honestly, this is just an issue of sieging, which is most people will like try and group and hit the tower when it doesn't make sense, right? Oh, actually, Kaisa's here. Surprise! It's actually exactly what happens. Yeah, you guys. There is nothing for you guys to do, right? Where can you make money? That's your first question. Can you make money here? Right?
No.
You cannot make money here. So I'll be like, I'm gonna go do their Gromp. I'm gonna go do Scuttle Crab. I don't care what it is. I'm gonna go mid. But if we don't have a way of sieging, like say for example, you have Xerath, and Lux or something like that, and they don't have a Zac or Sejuani or something to engage with, then you can siege. Otherwise, don't siege, unless they're all dead, right? You don't siege because there are a lot of problems in solo queue with sieging, especially at the lower ranks, right?
Yeah.
Someone's gonna dive. Someone on your team is gonna dive or something stupid, right? I guess that something stupid was you this time, but oftentimes it's gonna be someone else, right? Someone's gonna do some crazy shit. You have a Malphite and you guys want to siege with Xerath, he's gonna ulti in or something like that, and it's like, oh, that's not good. So you just want to push past the river, and then you can look to do something else, right? But the important thing is you want to go catch your waves. Let's see what's going on here. Camille is dead. Whatever. Not your problem. You just clear this wave and then you wait until she spawns, I hope. Rise teleports. Wow. Spicy. Rise is dead now. Nice. And then you push mid. Oh, no. Okay. How come? What happened here?
Just trying to make money, I guess. I guess I got too greedy because
this is the idea of remember how we're like, if you can't make money and they're pushing into you, then you just clear. That's how you make your money, right? You clear the minions, right? And how do we know whether or not you can push first? This is called like lane priority, right? How do we know you can push first?
I mean, yes, it's already told. That's the thing. I felt like I could have pushed this down and got out.
But essentially, you just have less people, right?
Yeah. But then there's a mistake because we didn't have TP as well from Rise, I guess.
Let's be honest. If Rise TP to this minion, what happens? You still die.
Yeah,
you still die, right? So the idea is, if you can come up with a reason why you can't push, don't push. Let them push first, right? So when I play League of Legends, I look at the map and I say, oh, it's gonna be Kaisa and like let me see. If I was pretending to be you, I'm here. I'm like, okay, it's 5 people, definitely can't push, right? Then you see Yasuo, you say, okay, it's 4 people, still can't push. And then you see Kog'Maw, and you say 3 people, still can't push because we don't have Lulu, right? So the idea is that you figure out who can come stop you, and if you can't beat them, don't push because they're gonna come out and stop you, right? Which is exactly what happens. They're always gonna punish you, I promise. It's gonna be Rengar, it's gonna be Kha'Zix, I don't care what it is, Master Yi, right? It's gonna be Morgana, Kaisa, and Cho'Gath, right? How do you get away from them? I'm not really sure, right? So that's how you know that you can't push, because things like that will lose Baron, and Baron loses games, right? It's like sure, even if you hadn't died, maybe they would still get Baron anyways. But if you didn't die, there was a chance you could stop it, right? There's a chance you can save the game. That's all we're looking for, is a chance to have impact on the game. Lulu kills herself. That's really bad. Not really your fault though. It was just the kind of overextension, I guess. Basically, if you have like less people than them, you don't want to fight, right? You just want to wait until your people are alive. I think this happened a few times. Not a prevalent issue, but common enough for me to say I think you should work on it.
Yeah.
Right? Because it happened twice in the Caitlyn game, even though you guys are super far ahead. And I think it's happening a few times here, where if they have more people, you should basically consider any fight to be auto lose. Okay, so you should be trying to run away and defend rather than applying pressure. Over in general, like that's the rule, right? Of course there are exceptions, but most of the time that's what you want to do. 99 times out of 100. Here we're just trying to defend. This is just base defend. Let's see what's going on. Cho'Gath diving. Remember what we said about sieging? This is exactly what's gonna happen. Holy shit, that is so funny, right? All they had to do is what? Wait for Morgana bind or something like that. But Cho'Gath just runs straight in like a... Jesus, dude, I don't even know. What is this? It's actually very interesting to see that Morgana shield does not block Camille ulti. Interesting. Actually, have not seen that interaction until now. But yeah, I don't know what he was smoking. But yeah, that's why we don't siege in solo queue for the most part. Unless it's like painfully obvious, like they're all dead or something like that. Then you siege. But yeah, that's point and case right there. You just killed himself. I don't know. Okay, what's going on here? You have more people, so you know you want to push. Good. This guy just dies. Very good route, right? I think that maybe she could have dodged it, but it was good enough. I would say very high accuracy, right? Very good chance it's gonna work. I think you should push. And then maybe you can't hit the tower for XYZ reason. I think it's fine to not hit the tower there. Your team didn't look like they were trying to siege. Sure. And then go make money. Yeah. People are just randomly dying in the side lanes. What's going on? This game is kind of a mess.
Yeah, I told you.
What the hell? Maybe you can help this guy. Probably not. A lot of people are getting caught. It's kind of awkward. And then they had a suicide dive, which is kind of awkward as well. Yeah, you're gonna have to give this up because you have less people, right? Okay. How do we know you guys lose this fight?
We have more people. Yes.
So I don't even have to watch this. You guys lose the game off this, essentially, right? You guys gonna lose the game if someone dies. So oh shit, you got someone. Oh, that could change everything. Oh, what the fuck? All right, let's watch this again. So you guys actually one-shot someone. So you guys are winning 4v5. That's actually really good. How did Camille get out? Let me see. She flashed out. Wow, yeah. That was really good. Actually turned out to be really good. And then you got to bounce there. Okay, now you guys win because you have more people. Right. If they get one shot, then it's oh, what the hell? This is the same thing, remember? Same thing. Yeah. In terms of using your ulti. Let's say if it gets blocked by Cho'Gath, was it worth?
No.
Right. So just run forward and then you can auto attack them. That's even better, right? But honestly, oh my lord, I can't believe you guys won 4v5. Straight up killed Morgana for free somehow, and then killed who is it? Kaisa on top of that. She just ran in. Oh my god, you guys are gonna win. You just push, and then you can end. Oh, end quick! Oh, you can end easy. Okay, nice. Okay, nice. Wow, it got dicey there a little bit. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, you guys ended. So yeah, okay. I think there are a few things we can talk about in terms of what you should work on. There's the mechanics section. Okay, so you said you were learning Caitlyn, right? In terms of what I saw from your Caitlyn games, keep doing what you're doing. Mechanics are really good. The idea of the way you play Caitlyn is very good. The only mistake was what? What was the only mistake in the Caitlyn games?
Oh, so it's the trying to go check stuff when you're like less members and.
Yes, less people means bad, yeah. Right?
Yeah.
More people means good, right? And then the only like what's an exception? Like we actually just saw the exception right here. When you have less people, it's still fine. When can you win when you have less people?
So when can you win?
Like how do you like what's an indicator that you're gonna win when you have less people?
If someone just like oversteps, I guess.
right? Someone gets one shot,
Yeah.
legit
Yeah, one shot, yeah.
obliterated, so they don't count as a person. She didn't do anything useful, so she didn't count as a person. That's how you know that this is a 4v4 all of a sudden. And
Yeah.
then when this Kaiser suicides, then it becomes a 5v3, right? When she gets one shot. So now it's a 5v3, right? When someone gets one shot, they don't count as a person, right? In terms of fighting. So that's how you know. That's the only time. So if you don't see that, you can't fight with less people. Like if you can't figure a way to do that, don't fight with less people.
Yeah.
So the rule is just do not take 3v5s, right? That's it. That's it for your Caitlyn gameplay from this game that I saw. I think it was really one-sided, so there's not much we could say. But in terms of laning, it's really good. I think your laning is feeds into your mid game really well. The thing you should work on the main thing you should work on is making sure you're going to the right places. Why is it not loading? Making sure you are pushing past the river, right? Remember the wave management things we were talking about. In terms of this middle line, push everything past it, and then you can do whatever else you want after that, right? If you're playing a carry role, you need to get every wave of farm, essentially. That's like the most consistent way to make money and be useful, right? Is to push past the river. And then for Jhin, it's like make sure you're not missing W and ultimate, but I think we discussed that a lot. So keep that in mind while you're playing Jhin, but really just push past the river. And then on top of that, don't siege, right? So these kind of 4 points were kind of what I saw from your gameplay from today is the idea that what was the first one? Don't take 4v5s. Holy shit, yeah. Man advantage. Man advantage is important. It's very important. Overrides everything else, okay? You have less people, you really don't want to do that thing. The second thing is pushing past the river. And the third thing is mechanics on Jhin. And the fourth is kind of iffy, but don't siege, right? We didn't really see you do too much of that, but most of the time you don't want to siege, okay? On Caitlyn, what you're doing was fine, but I think since you were so far ahead, you could have really done anything you wanted. On Caitlyn, it's just know that you want to push. And if you can, what's it called? Hit the tower for free, go for it. But other than that, don't try and force it, in my opinion. You don't need to do that yet. You just need to, as long as you're making money, you're winning the game, right? Like let me see if we can find an example of where did the enemy Kog'Maw go after the lane phase? Let's see.
He went mid.
All right, so let me see if there's a good example here. Honestly, this game is a lot of fighting, but let's see. I think we'll back it up like 15-20 seconds. We'll be able to see where he went. Okay, Yasuo's mid, Cho'Gath top, you guys are bot, and then Kog'Maw's mid. So, if you push, how many minions does he lose?
Like 6-12.
Yeah, exactly. He loses as pretty much as you get, right? He has to go bot now, right? If you push this, that's the punish, right? Whenever people ask, have you ever seen people ask on Reddit, oh, how come team ARAMs and then what do I do about it, right? How come you don't see that in Challenger? It's because we immediately punish by pushing, right? This tower's gone no matter what you do, but the question is, can they get the next tower?
No.
Right, so if they stay and you push, punished, right? Lose minions. And if the carries are getting a money advantage, then you're winning the game, right? So no one's by here, which is really awkward, which is why you didn't get an advantage here. But then, okay, random fight happens. You get money that way, sure. And then we go here. We kind of almost skipped the mid game in terms of lane management, but because Baron is so many random catches, right? But it's like I think their Kog'Maw is not even anywhere. I don't even know where their Kog'Maw is. Wait, he's literally just missing. Oh, he's mid, right? Kog'Maw hasn't gotten any money in like how long? So that's a mistake, right? Mistake. You can punish, right? So you clean all that up bot, and then all of a sudden you're 2,000 gold ahead on him. That's the idea, is a consistent way to make money that doesn't involve like randomly hitting towers or trying to force fights, right? That's how most of the players think what they're supposed to do, but that's in actuality not, right? So going bot here, for example, wins you the money war. But yeah, that's the idea. Those points, I think you should stick to Caitlyn and Jhin. I think they're suiting you really well from what I saw, right? Those traps are disgusting. You got some really good roots. It's just clean up these parts of your gameplay, and I think it'll be a lot better, right? Because even if you make more money, it won't stop you from doing 4v5s and stuff like that. So you should definitely focus on that. The money aspect is secondary, I think. Just make sure you look at the map every time. Every time you want to do something, look at the map and say, how many people do we have? How many people do they have? And then hold on to your skill shots on Jhin, right? Honestly, we didn't really see too many team fights. But from what I saw, I think it was fine, right? I don't think we got caught by anything, except when we were trying to do something weird top lane and Morgana bound us, right? I think overall it's good. I didn't see any mistakes from team fights, but yeah, from these two replays, that's what I think. What do you think?
Yeah.
Makes sense or doesn't make sense or?
No, it definitely makes sense.
Questions, by the way? We can cover, someone else's replays to see what it's supposed to look like, etc., etc. Or do you think we have enough examples? I feel
like everything you mentioned makes a lot of sense. I feel like my laning phase is. I feel like it is strong, like for the I'm in right now. But I feel like just wave management was like my weakest point.
Right. If you didn't know that, that's important to know, right? Push past the river, and then based on cannon wave, right? Those are very important concepts, so you can get an advantage, right?
Yeah, and then it was just mid game. Sometimes I just like, oh, okay.
Right, so this is
just grew mid. So.
right. See, like this is what it should look like, right? Unless you're trying to catch someone catching the wave, right? You're attacking someone who's trying to catch the wave. You go do something immediately, right? So what am I doing? I'm gonna go do red or something like that. I could do wolves, whatever. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna do something else. We push immediately, right? No one can stop us because we see them on the map, so we push immediately, right? It's all gonna be the same. We like to do something and then we go back to farming, right? Unless there's like a fight going on and then it's like free, right? Push. It's always about pushing these waves in, right? Fast forward a bit, all of a sudden, wow, look at where are we at again, right? Pushing mid again, right? And then what happens after that? Wow, I run immediately bot, dude. Look at all this money we're making, right? So let me see if I can get a tab going on here. Press tab, please. All right, what's the difference between me and that Caitlyn?
Level and CS.
Right, level CS and money. Level CS and kills and assists, right? So the game's over. Right, just from mid game. That's all you need. 150 farm at 60 minutes. That's good enough, right? That's all you need to do is push. Is just push and then do something else that helps you make money, or you have to help your team. Anything like that, and you're good to go, right? And the question is, how do I know I need to help my team? Because that should take priority over making money, right? So how do I know I should go defend instead of making money? You only go when you know that you're guaranteed to be able to help. Right, your team is about to engage with Sejuani ultimate and they're sieging mid, you go help because you know that the Sejuani ultimate is going to catch someone and you guys are going to fight. But let's say, for example, you have a Master Yi and an Echo and like some other random shit. I don't even know. If it's like not possible to engage and you come to help and there's nothing going on, it was better for you to push first and then come help. Right. Yeah. Basically, when in doubt, push first. Okay. When in doubt, push first, and then after the game you can re-examine. And that'll teach you the cases when you should go help instead, right? Essentially, it's just push first, right? And then at this point, we're so strong we can even siege, right? Which is actually what's going on here. I'll delete this. But right. So like, look at this. Can we siege in this case?
No.
It doesn't really look like it, right? So where should we go to make money?
Bottom.
Right, or top, right? Either one works. But I was close to the bot for some reason, so we just go bot immediately. And then let's say your team is doing something strange, right? Which is what's going on. So this is when you come back, right? Is when you think you can help, you come back, right? So I don't know what's going on, but a lot of shit's random fighting's going on. Whatever. The instant you think you can't help is when you leave. Oh, I stepped on a child. That's really awkward. But it's like, oh, I couldn't do anything, so it's like, oh, okay. Then we just push and then we bounce, right? Oh, someone used a Rift Arrow. That's interesting. Yeah, whole team dies. As long as you don't die, we're happy, right? That way we can do something, right? Let me see this. Yeah, like, as long as you can do this, the enemy team would do that. You see this? You see this Yasuo just instantly suicide, right? Remember how Cho'Gath just randomly dove your bot tower? This is what I want you to think, is that as long as you can play a clean game, right? Land as many skill shots as possible, push out your waves so you have perfect CS, not get caught by anything, then you're gonna win by default, because the enemy team will do something stupid, right? I promise. Winning by default is all you need to do, right? Nothing really fancy. That's like the secret, is that there is no real secret. Just play clean, right? And that's how you do it, right? How do we know that this W is gonna land?
The wall.
Yeah, no way for her to. Yeah, no way for her to run away, right?
Yeah.
So guaranteed.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, goodbye, and she just dies, right? I don't know. As long as you can land your abilities, you're good to go, right? On Jhin, and make sure you're getting that money, right? Oh yeah, that was the ulti we saw, was weird. And then, oh wow, where am I going to first? Where am I making a beeline towards? I'm fucking taking jungle, dude. I'm getting everything, because we can't go mid yet. Karma is getting mid, so it's like, oh okay, we do jungle, and then sure, go bot, right? We're just pushing this all the way. Okay, let's say for example, a fight breaks out and it's too far away. How do you know too far is too far?
I mean, if something breaks out on the top lane right now, there's literally nothing you can do, I guess.
Right. So if you're a bot and a fight's mid, can you help? Okay, let's make it easier. If you're a bot and it's at the blue jungle, can you help? Or red jungle, whatever this is. Right. Okay. Now, if it's mid, can you help?
Not really.
I'll say you should start walking.
You should, okay.
Right. Once you push, you start walking. Right. And then let's say, what if it's at this red buff?
I don't know what you're pointing at right now.
Oh shit. This red buff, this green dot.
And your bot side?
Yeah, and you're a bot.
No.
Right. It's too fucking far, right? What can you do? And then same thing up here. You just can't do anything past this point, right? If it's mid, you can help, but other than that, you keep doing what you're doing, right? So in this example, we're just gonna keep pushing, right? Yeah. Some random shit's going on top. I don't care. I'm just gonna keep pushing, right? This is where I make my money, and it's like, oh, we can hit the tower for free, sure, right? That's it. That's all you gotta do. Is clean play, money, and then you will be able to one shot pretty much everyone, right? Let's see. Is there an example of us doing damage? Here's an example, right? This guy is probably gonna die or something like that. Look at this damage, right? Even if we don't kill him, we're gonna take this. Oh, he's dead. Oh, yeah. That's all you need to do, right? That's I promise you. This is all you need to do. Is as long as you have your money and you're not missing random abilities, it's free. Game's free, right? I promise. That's kind of the way I think you should play. So, any last thoughts? I guess.
Builds. Okay. What was I gonna say? When do you normally go rapid fire over Shiv?
Okay, interesting question. So let's take your games for example, right? So if you need wave clear, always Shiv.
Go Shiv, yeah.
If you're ahead and they have no tanks, always Shiv, right? Why do I say that?
Wait, what do you say?
If they have no tanks and you're winning, always Shiv. Why would I say that?
Because of the burst?
Right. The burst will always be relevant. If they have tanks, it's not going to be relevant because later the game goes on, it's like, it doesn't do anything. But early in the, but yeah, with backline, no front line, this will always be good. So if you're losing really hard, if you're winning and they have no tank, let's say you're winning and they have no tank, but they have very high range, like Xerath, Azir, stuff like that, and you guys don't need wave clear because you have your own what's it called, Ziggs or something like that. Then you can go rapid fire first. But most of the time, if you have any doubts, you go static. Right? If you have any doubts, you go static. If only for the ability to push. Right? How much faster can you push with the static in the mid game? Right? Remember, the idea is we want to push past the river. So if this helps us push fast, then all of a sudden why everyone gets it, right? All the high rated players buy it because you can push super fast. And then what if you're losing? Oh, you can clear super fast, right? Is the idea.
Yeah, makes sense.
So yeah, when in doubt, it's just static, right? Sometimes I'll go rapid first, but very rarely, like 1 out of 20 games maybe. So yeah, like you did it this game, right? Let's say I would say rapid is not bad here. right? This could be fine as long as you're winning. If you're losing, you want a static, right? But Rapid's fine here because sure you want to outrange Draven and you want to outrange Veigar, and then static has less value on like Volibear and Alistar or something like that. I think it's fine to go Rapid. Yeah, that's what I think. Look at this, all blue and then all red. Interesting, interesting.
Dude, yeah, I just have this. Then it would just go blue. Then it would just go red.
Dude, it's a mental thing, right? League is a mental game for sure.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah.
But I would say definitely keep playing these champs. Honestly, I know it looks like poor win rate, but I think recently you've been doing well, right?
Yeah.
From what I saw, it looked really good. I'm not sure how you're dying in these games, but
normally when I play Caitlyn, like I feel so useless sometimes in the mid game when like the other team are like pretty ahead, like mid or top or jungle. Just like
right. So your job is to what? Make money so you can do damage, right? Yeah. That's the idea. Is that the reason why we have less impact early game is because we have more impact late game, right? So yeah, that's the idea. Go make your money is the big one, and the second one is no 4v5, no siege, really. But honestly, the idea behind where can you go make money will help you prevent from sieging for no reason, right? Is what I think. So definitely focus on that idea. I'm not sure how. Honestly, we didn't actually get to see too many team fights. So the only fights we really saw were like 4v5s, and anytime it wasn't a 4v5, you did fine. So really, those two things is where can I go to make money? Is this a 4v5, right? Those are the things I want you to keep in mind when you're playing.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I will upload this to YouTube. Send you the link. If you have any questions that you come up with later, feel free to send it to me. I'm always online. Any clips, stuff like that, where you're like, oh, should I have used my Jhin ult or anything like that? You can send those to me and I'll be able to tell you. Yeah, other than that, I guess we'll call it a day. Sounds good? Hello? Hello? Is he here?
Wait.
Oh, yo. Oh, okay. I think we're back. Maybe Discord died.
Oh.
Oh, wait. Did you hear what I just said?
Yeah.
Oh, what the hell? Okay.
No.
I guess if that's all, then good luck.
Yeah. Let me know how. If you could just like write those things down because sometimes my memory is like really bad.
Oh, you want me to write it down in the Discord?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. Let's say number 1 priority is make money. Where to go? 2 is no 4v5. And then 3 is like don't miss on Jhin. But that's very low priority, right? And those are the 3 things I want you to work on. So
that's perfect.
All right, if that's all, then good luck in your games. Let me know how they go.
All right then. Thank you.
Have a good one.
You too.